But it takes everybody. It takes all of the people around you to be successful. And I wouldn't be the leader I am with all the leaders surrounding me. Again, this is just about growing. This is about doing better for your people. This is about doing better for your business. This is about doing better for your family or your church or your community or whatever you're involved in that needs guidance and needs leadership. What's up, leaders? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Lead From Here podcast. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Today in episode 114, we are talking about how leadership is not a solo venture. It's absolutely a team sport. I think Simon Sinek talked about this a little bit, but ultimately, for me, what I've really noticed in the last few weeks, but as I look back over the last 5-6 years of my career, I've realized how much it takes. I'm sure you've heard the saying, it takes a village when it talks about raising kids. It also takes a village when you're building teams, when you're running successful teams, when you're running a successful department and having a successful business. You can't do it by yourself. Of course, you'll have somebody at the top that will take all the heat when things are going wrong and all the accolades when things are going right. But it takes everybody. It takes all of the people around you to be successful. And the more I think about it and the more I see it happening in my day-to-day interactions is that I wouldn't be the leader I am with all the leaders surrounding me. That all sounds very like, oh, that's so thoughtful and everything, but it's also very tactical because it's not always great, right? You don't always learn good things from other people. Yes, right now, my leadership group is solid, and generally speaking, there's a lot of positivity coming out there, and we riff together really well. But there's also times that I've learned a lot from terrible partners, people that just didn't hold their end of the bargain, from people that treated their people poorly. That's just as good of a learning opportunity for you as a leader, and it's just another great way for you to grow in your ability to challenge them or question them or find ways to get them into a spot that is successful for them that may not hurt your teams or your leadership, or maybe move them out. All of that is growth opportunity. And I think as you start to grow in your leadership career, you'll start to see that you connect with people. You connect with your leaders that are your peers, that are maybe even not your peers. Maybe they report to you or they report to one of your peers. You find leaders that engage you, that ask you questions, that make you challenge the way you think. And I think that is a beautiful freaking thing. And anybody that tries to do it by themselves and don't ask for help from anybody or don't lean on anybody or don't look to other people to learn from, you put yourself in a disadvantage. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be a leader that is able to flourish and to be able to connect with the people around you. From a leadership perspective of the people you're leading, but also from a leadership perspective of the people that you work with and the people that you grow with. The number of times I've sent somebody a message and said, hey, does this tone sound right? Or, hey, I'm about to have a difficult conversation. You mind if I run through a role play with you? All of those things are extremely beneficial to me. And the people around me are doing the same thing with me about their own situations. And I think that is what makes a leadership core strong and ultimately allows you to build very successful teams and have successful outcomes, whether that's building products, selling things. This isn't just in business. This could be in your community. This could be in your family. The number of times I've talked to friends and asked them about their parenting situations or things they've dealt with their teenagers or things that they dealt with when their little kids were little and my kids were little. The number of times that I wasn't sure on something and I talked to a few different friends and I got a consensus and felt a lot better about the next move for me as a parent. That's also a great place to use your village. That is so important. And I think it expedites your growth in leadership, being able to lean into those people, because I think a lot of people feel like it's embarrassing that they don't know the answer, or they should know it all, or they should do all these things, or they should be able to do it all by themselves. And that's not the case for any successful people I know or have read about or met. They all required help. They all looked for guidance. They all asked questions. They all really put themselves out there when we're vulnerable and honest when they didn't know the answer. Be sure that they knew how to go and get that answer, but they may not always have the answer. And that is the key, right? You won't always have the answer. Being able to get it is the most important part of leadership. And being able to use your village, your people around you, your peers, your people that work for you, your boss, all of those things are key to you being successful as a leader. So utilize them. I hope this is helpful. Again, this is just about growing. This is about doing better for your people. This is about doing better for your business. This is about doing better for your family or your church or your community or whatever you're involved in that needs guidance and needs leadership. You can't do it alone. If you have any questions or you totally disagree, hit me up, jason@leadfromhere.co. Otherwise, if you like what you're hearing, please like, subscribe, follow. I would greatly appreciate it. Take care.